What I would do if I legitimately hated school, but still wanted to get my high school diploma and my bachelor's degree in a very efficient way. This basically is just for Florida students, but I'm sure there's ways to make it work in other states as well. First things first, I would get myself dual enrolled as early as possible in high school. And I would start cranking through CLEP exams. You can use 45 credits of CLEP. If you hate school, you're not super worried about where you're getting your bachelor's degree from, so don't worry about taking AP unless for some reason you want a specific credit that you can't get via CLEP. I would blow through 45 credits of CLEP as quickly as possible. College composition with essay in order to get the 2 required comm classes. U.S. History 1 in order to get the civic literacy credit and the FCLE exam credit. American government, U.S. History 2, humanities, all the social science ones that are so easy, sociology, psychology, human growth and development, educational psychology. I would get 45 credits in a month or 6 weeks, whatever. And I would get those put onto my high school transcript as well, because in Florida, as long as you're at a public high school, they have to put those on your transcript. Now, I would stay at the high school for all 4 years, if at all possible, but I would be taking the majority of my classes through dual enrollment. And you can start doing that freshman year. You can take 2 classes freshman year, at least my daughter did, and she rode the bus with the sophomores. It was no problem. 2 classes fall, 2 classes spring, and then started taking classes in the summer. Now, you hate school, so you're not wanting to take a ton of classes, and if you do, you can make them online classes. They don't even have to be in person. Just try to get good grades, all right? So then what are you gonna do? Well, you are not gonna stop at the 60 credits for the AA in high school. You're trying to do this efficiently, and you're trying to do this as cheaply as humanly possible, okay? So you are going to plan it so you finish your associate's degree as quickly as possible by CLEP and using dual enrollment credits. And then you're going to plan to get like the most basic of business degrees from the school. You are going to start looking at all of the credits that you will need to do so. Or whatever else you want to do. Do you want to get an AS degree that would actually allow you to go right to work? Is there a way that you can do that through dual enrollment? But what I would really do is probably just plan for a basic business degree. I would plan all of my credits toward that so that when I graduated from high school, I would graduate with an associate's degree plus hopefully 30 credits in addition to that. I don't think you're going to be allowed to take any credits on the bachelor's level in dual enrollment. You might be able to get permission to take some, but probably not a whole lot. You're going to have to take those bachelor's courses in the year after graduation. But I would get Bright Futures. I would stay at the state school. I would utilize my well-planned 90 credits plus whatever 30 credits you still need to get the bachelor's that senior year. Or that, I'm sorry, it'll be like your freshman year of college, but your senior year of college, really. And then just be done with the bachelor's and put it behind me and never have to go to school again. If I literally hated school, I would do this just to have the credentials to have a bachelor's degree. Oh, and I would still get Bright Futures, and I would still apply to the Foundation for Scholarships, because you might as well be making money while you're doing that, your 1 year of college that you're gonna have to do to get the bachelor's. And then just move on and never think about school again. Some people hate school, and that is totally fine. That doesn't mean that you have to not ever get a degree. Just get the degree and put it behind you. Now, if you want to go to trade school still or something like that, you may want to plan this so that you actually use your Bright Futures for trade school and then go ahead and just get scholarships for the bachelor's, to finish up the bachelor's at the same time. It's really not that deep. Getting a BAS degree from the state school in a year is not that difficult. Honestly, if you plan it all really, really, really well when you're in high school and you just knock out all of the credits you're going to need, it's just not that deep. And it's a credential. You'll have a bachelor's degree when you go to apply for jobs, and you didn't pay anything for it. In fact, you probably got paid to get it. Okay? Like, that's how I would handle this if I hated school, because some people hate school, and that doesn't mean that you have to go through life without a degree. It just means get it the most efficient way possible, put it behind you, and have something to put on applications when you're applying for jobs. And be out there networking and trying to get into whatever field you want to get into, but that doesn't mean that you have to go spend 4 years at a college if you don't want to. You can still get that bachelor's degree really efficiently. And I know people are going to watch this and say, why rush it? Look, some people hate school. Like, sorry, but they do. It's reality. There are really smart people out there who hate school, who never end up getting degrees because they don't want to spend 4 years in college. This is an efficient way to get them a degree. All right? So I'm not saying this is for everybody, but I'm saying I'd rather see you do this than not do this. Use these policies to your advantage. Get yourself a free degree, put it behind you, and move on. That's it. That degree will be useful for getting jobs. And you don't have to go spend 4 years out of college taking classes that you don't want to take and getting bad grades because you just don't want to deal with it, and not graduating because you failed out because you hate school. This is just an efficient way to get your credentials and move on and not pay anything for it. Follow my TikTok for more helpful Florida high school and college content.